Hey guys, welcome to DIY Social Media episode number 1. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to have a great time doing these videos with you guys, and we really want your input. Tell us what you want to learn about so we can make videos about it. So today we're going to start with a 101, kind of the baseline of what you should be doing. We're going to go into the basic social media strategy. If you're just starting out, whether you're a business or you're just building a personal brand, this is the platform, the basis, the ground floor strategy that you should be doing for your business. So step number 1 when you get started is make sure you have all your handles and try to make them as consistent as possible. So whether you're going to be on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever you're going to be on, make sure that you have that handle locked down because it's very important that you get it and you try to make them as consistent as possible. Now, you may not get the handle on Twitter like you do on Instagram, but as long as they're still on brand or within your business, try and make them as similar as possible. It's just as important as like the domain to your website. These are going to be the recognizable things that people are going to see, so you got to make sure that they are all the same or at least as consistent as possible. Once you got those handles kind of figured out, decide on which networks you're going to really focus on. Now, a lot of people would argue you got to be on all of them, but since you're just starting out, it's a lot of work ahead. I want you to be more comfortable with what network you're going to be on. So if you're going to be focusing maybe more on visuals, maybe it's going to be a YouTube or an Instagram. If you're just going to be doing straight information, maybe it's a Twitter and a Facebook. Whatever you decide to do, just make sure you do it, right? If you're going to be on 3 or 4 networks, you want to make sure that you're going to be posting on them consistently and you're going to be making content that is specific for them. So if you're going to go ahead and make all these nice handles, right, and people are going to find you, you're going to have tons of stuff on your Instagram and then maybe not that much on your Twitter. So if you don't like Twitter or if you don't like Instagram, you don't like YouTube, don't start there. You can always go there later, but you have the handle already. So once you have everything set up, right, you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're on Twitter, whatever you decided, it's time to start creating content. Now, this scares a lot of people at first because they just don't know what to do. They don't know what to do with themselves. Just take a breath, take it easy. If you're starting a business, obviously your business has something that it sells, right? You want to show what your business is about. And if you are the main person behind your business and you're going to be in control of this whole social media, let people see who you are and get to know you, right? The goal is for people to actually get to know you on some sort of emotional level. This is called social media for a reason, guys. You need to be social. The engagement aspect is what's going to really take it off for you. You guys are going to start doing amazing things when people start to interact with you and get to know you. So your content is going to be really special. I would argue that at the beginning, don't focus so much on trying to make it nice and polished. You want to get stuff out there. Now, I'm not saying put complete garbage out there. No garbage. You want stuff that's good, that's relevant to your business, to your personal brand, whatever you're trying to show. You want to get people to know you, right? And we're not selling anything right off the bat, okay? Don't do that. We need people to get to know you first, get to know your business, get the trust, right? Maybe explain why your product is great. Maybe talk about the story behind building that product, okay? If you're an expert in your field, maybe give out some free information that people may not know. We need to start building that trust with the audience and get the engagement going before we start asking for flat out sales. So once you start getting that content down, right, you need to build an audience. Now, the number one thing that people overlook is to share it with your family and friends. They already know who you are, and there's a good chance they're going to share it with their friends. It's going to spread organically, guys. Don't feel like, I don't want to spam my family and friends, because we're not spamming them, right? We're showing them what we're doing. Now, there's 2 reasons why this is great. So number 1 is there's a good chance they're going to share it with their friends that you may not know. So that's organic reach right there. The other one is a friendly reminder to people that may not know what you're doing. Maybe people didn't know you're starting this business. Maybe they don't know that you're in this field, or maybe they said, oh yeah, I remember he does that. Maybe I should work with him. It's friendly reminder and it's a warm audience already. These are people that know you and they will share your content much easier than some random people that may not know you. So that's number 1 when it comes to building the audience. So now that you've shared it with your friends and family, maybe you started getting some followers, it's time to branch out. Now, Usually most people who are starting business are strapped for cash. That's okay, because again, we're going to try and build things organically. We're not going to get a giant audience to build with at first, but it's something that you can continually work on. So a few methods. So if you're going to be on, let's say, a Twitter or an Instagram, use the hashtag system. Hashtags are keywords that people can search for in those platforms. So if you love fitness, you can hashtag fitness, hashtag CrossFit, hashtag gym. Other people with that interest will use that hashtag, and when you put it into Instagram, it'll actually tell you how many people are using it. Now, there could be hashtags that tens of millions of people are using, or maybe only a few hundred. So you want to find that happy medium in there. Same thing with Twitter. It's keywords that people will be looking for, and people can then find your content because they have that interest. Now, you'll start getting followers, but you should also follow people back and interact with people that are in your space. So again, if we go with the fitness example, maybe look at that hashtag for fitness, see some other people that you may be interested in. If you own a gym and maybe there's some people that are local in your area that use that hashtag a lot, maybe you invite them to your gym, offer them a discount to come to your gym, right? They're using it already. They're probably posting all the time about the gym they go to. Maybe they'll like your gym better because you invited them and you gave them a discount. So this is kind of that strategy to start building it up. People are going to start to follow you and see what you're about, and it's going to be relevant to your brand or your business. We don't want too many random people. People get caught up in, I need 3 million followers. Why? You have a gym in the middle of Ohio. Like, you don't need 3 million. You want people that are actually going to be interested in your business or your brand, right? At the end of the day, when you're in a business, you need to get dollars. You need to get money. So you want people who are going to be spending the money. Sure, I would love to have 6 million followers, but at the end of the day, a lot of them may not interact or even care about what I'm doing. So I rather have valuable followers and have an audience that's interested in what I am so we can have that engagement. Some other great places that you could find some potential customers or to build your audience are places like Facebook groups, right? There are Facebook groups for literally everything. So if you can find whatever your niche is or whatever your brand is in, you can join those groups and interact with people. And again, we're not going in guns a-blazing trying to sell stuff. That's not what we're doing, okay? You want to get to know people, and so they can get to know you and your business, form a trust, get that engagement going, and then when they finally decide, hey, you know, I want to do business with you, they're going to love you and they're going to tell other people about you. That's the machine we're going to build, right? That engagement is going to cause people to share because they're going to have a great experience with you and you're so wonderful to work for and we love your product so much, and they start telling everybody else. Some other places, you can go on Reddit, you can go on Quora. Quora is great. It's a knowledge sharing website that people ask questions. Maybe you find a question that's maybe you're an expert in. Answer that question. People can see who you are. Maybe they'll contact you because you answered their question. You saved them. These are all little things that you can be doing when you have some free time. Now, I know you're going to say, free time? I don't have any free time. I'm starting a business. This is a big priority, guys. If you can't spend money up front, this is how you make up for it with your time. And remember, this is DIY. You're doing it yourself. The more you do early on and start building this engagement, the more it's going to start to build up in the background. You guys got to have patience for it, but I promise you, after a few weeks, you're going to really start to see the fruits of this labor, and it's starting to work like a finely tuned machine. Engagement, getting content out there, getting yourself out there, and helping people in that space that you're trying to sell in. So next thing, after you've been doing all this kind of going around trying to get some organic reach, maybe you start making some sales. Now it's time to start putting some money into ads. If you haven't done like a Facebook ad, Instagram ad, or even LinkedIn ad, it's okay. They're fairly easy to start off with. We're actually going to have some videos that are going to be more in-depth about Facebook ads in particular, because right now it is the best way you could be spending your money to get your brand or your business out there. But just to start off, you want to spend a little bit amount where you can. So let's say you can do 30 bucks, 50 bucks, 100 bucks, wherever you can spend here or there. Make some good content, whether it be a photo, a blog post, or a video, talking about who you are, what your business is, what your brand is about, right? Going back to when we started first creating the content, let people know who you are, and you're going to send it out. Now, when you make the ad, you're going to do it for awareness. We want as many people as possible to know who you are, okay? And I'm going to show you real quick. So when you go into Ads Manager, you can see you can select awareness. Now this ad, we're trying to get it in front of as many people as possible. The other important thing is you're going to pick your demographic and your location. Now, if you're selling stuff online, maybe your location's everywhere in the US, or maybe you're a local shop, so it's only, within 15 miles of your brick and mortar store. Whatever the case is, pick your location and make sure it's the area that you want to focus on. Then when it becomes your demographic, we're not going to get too complicated now because we're just starting out, we're just trying to get it out there. But like I said, whatever your business is and whatever your brand is in, let's get people that are interested in that. So I'm going to go back to fitness. If you're in fitness, I'm going to search fitness. I'm going to search gym. And you start seeing all these results come in and we start adding them. And you're going to see your audience and it's going to become a little bit more refined. We want people to see that ad that are interested already in your business, right? We want people that are actually kind of somewhat interested. We're not looking to convert people that have never been to a gym. Not right now. Let's keep the interested people. We'll get to the others at first, but we need to start getting our business out to people that know we matter. If I have a cupcake shop, I'm going to do an ad that's people are interested in other cupcake shops or other desserts. See what I'm getting at here? We want people that are in our space because they're already interested in what we have to sell. So that's going to be the first one for awareness. We're just taking all our lines and sending them out there to get people to get to know us. The great thing about doing a Facebook ad is the data. The data that you get back is going to be incredible for you. Now you're like, ugh, I hate numbers. I don't know what data is. Guys, it's going to be super simple. Facebook's going to tell you men or women are reacting better, who's looking at the content, by what age, what location. These are all things that you can use later on. Let's say you were selling a product that you thought only really men would be interested in, and women 25 to 35 are like super interested in it and are clicking it like crazy. Maybe you should start making some side content for women for 25 to 35-year-old. This is going to be imperative to your business because now not only are we getting it in front of the right people, but you're going to get to know who your audience is. Maybe it's a different age range. Maybe it's a different gender. Maybe it's families. Maybe it's something you didn't think of, or maybe it's exactly who you thought. Either way, you're going to have these numbers and you can start making separate content for these little groups because they're all going to interact differently. That's going to be key when you start doing your content and especially sponsored content because we're not just sending out the same content to everyone. Everyone reacts differently to different things. So make sure that if you're making sponsored content later down the line, it's to that certain group. So that's it, guys. That's the 101 for starting your business strategy on social media. Really simple. It just takes some work. Now, I promise you, it is going to work because if you look this up anywhere, everyone agrees this is the best way to do it. It's just getting started. And during this trial and error period when you're starting, you're going to get more familiar with the networks. You're going to become more comfortable creating content. So don't feel like if things aren't working right off the back on like week 2, you're like, no one's following me. What's going on? It's okay. It takes time. Okay. We're going to build this for sustainability because this is where everything's going. The internet is now just social media. People share everything on there. People talk on there. People buy stuff on there. This is where things are going. So in order to get started, you have to start today. Start doing it. Do it. Like I said before, whatever you're going to do, whatever network you're going to be on, if you're going to be creating content, if you want to start making ads, do it. So that wraps up episode number 1. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to our channel because like I said, we're going to be making tons more videos going more in depth into the topics that you want to know about. If you have something you want us to cover in the future, write us a comment below. Subscribe and comment below. Let us know what you want to know and we'll look into it and make an in-depth video so you guys can take your social media to the next level.